All right, so what up? I today I'm gonna be double posting. Today I took a trade. It went well, but yesterday we blew the initial account that we were trading on. Um, so just to give some like some more context. So the reason why I traded or the reason why the account was blown yesterday was because we I realized something. Hold on, let me get a water real quick. So I realized something the other day, or not even the other day. So, um, the consistent message of like I'm not risking enough, um, came to mind. I keep seeing these clips, and I feel like I'm seeing them for a reason, and they're resonating for a reason, because sorry. I keep seeing these clips of guys talking about why you're not passing accounts, or why you're not getting payouts, and it's because of lack of risk. So before in October, November, and I would say like midway. No, I would say like more so. Yeah, September, October, November of last year. I had no problem with risk, but then when I started going on a losing streak, I realized that okay, I had to take steps back because I wasn't trading as efficiently as I could have. So I stepped it back. Um, then this started slowing the process of like me passing accounts, and I was having a harder time like passing these accounts, obviously. And then after so many trades, I would still blow the account, whatever, blah blah. So recently now, because the system I've had is working, my understanding of price is way, 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 way better. Like we have been doing phenomenal recently. Um, so I was like, okay, bet I'm gonna start taking this advice. I'm gonna start risking more and betting on my model 100%. So yesterday, we uh had a great trade. It was a great trade, and then it turned on us, and we ended up just moving our risk all the way to where I presumed would be the most safe stop loss. We ended up getting ran because we traded the end of a trend, and it just reversed on us. We hit a key level, and then it just reversed higher. So we're gonna get into that. So that's the reason why the account was blown. It's not that I was disregarding risk management. It's just that like now I'm just approaching this with like going all in on my model. Not all in, like I'm gonna risk a bunch, but going in with more significant risk, because in reality, the only thing that I'm gonna be risking. I mean, more risk averse on is on my funded. It makes no sense to be fucking risking $200, $300 on an eval. It's not even real money. It's just $100. You're really trading $100. It's not even the 2,000 from the 50K. It's literally $100. So I'm not wasting time anymore. Like it's just a matter of like wasting time. So this, I'm not taking I'm not uploading that one 100% raw, because I ended up getting a call and was talking about certain things that I don't want to be talking about. So let me mute this real quick. Hold on. Okay, everything is muted. Okay, bet. So here we go. So the initial trade that we wanted to take was right here. So I saw price had SMT. Gold took those highs. Gold gold took these highs. Silver didn't. And then once that, we had a Model 1, confirmed the SMT, and we displaced below. We took this liquidity. So I'm paying attention to down here. My entire take profit was down here. This was higher time frame liquidity. So we ended up taking the trade around this level. Once I came here, this candle, to me, it didn't even Model 1. We ended up taking, this was a bad entry. The best entry was up here. That was actually my initial entry, but I got a little impatient, so I placed the trade. Again, this was the stop loss that I was talking about. That was the safest stop loss. So we had a Model 1. Price came down, came down, respected that, and then we saw the dump that we wanted, right? The reason why I didn't take when we came here, and the reason I didn't take profits here, is because the liquidity that we ended up taking, it to me personally, it didn't make sense for us to stop. I didn't acknowledge the fact that it was just stopping, and then we actually had Confluence that was going up, and I just was blind to that. I should have already paid attention to the fact that we didn't open high, we opened low, and um, I wouldn't say I was married to bias, but I was definitely married to that take profit. And then we came here, price modeled won this, inverse this fair value gap. That already should have been the signal for us. I did move my break even point to this point right here, but just I realized yesterday when I was looking back, I was carrying previous trades because I had a trade before this that I was like cheesed by a couple handles and then reversed on me. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna just stick to we're not gonna what's it called? We're not going to move anything. We're just gonna, stick to what our original plan was, and if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. I shouldn't have moved my stop loss from this point. This should have been a safe stop loss if this was actually correct. So then, as time went on, price came here. We inversed. Yeah. We ended up respecting that fair value gap. We never touched the liquidity, and then we ended up moving our stop loss right there. So this is where we moved our stop loss. Then I was like, fuck this, I'm not gonna wait. Right? We came here. We model won this, so I thought we were good. Still kept my stop loss, and then I actually added a second contract somewhere in between this. So price ended up completely reversing. This was a candle 2. We took this entire 4-hour range. We manipulated down here, had the model 1, and we just didn't recognize it. And this was a true market structure shift. So the trade, just literally gave confidence as to, why we should go up. And we also had a 1-hour fair value gap up here. So I was a little butthurt at the fact that price, I knew we were eventually going to come and take this liquidity, but I thought we would come and get this liquidity first before we would go. And that was pretty much the trade. So the biggest things that I took away from it was, what's it called? Just stick to your plan, stick to your initial stop loss. Yeah, I wasn't gonna flip my bias because I hate doing that, because if your mind is already on one thing, like, it's not that you shouldn't flip bias, but if you're already like mind is a one in trade, let your stop loss get ran and then reevaluate once you're out of the trade, because once you're out of the trade, then clarity returns. So yeah, that was the entire trade. We should have recognized we opened low, saw this model 1, and yeah. Also, a couple other things that I realized too is that, dude, this is a business. Like, trading is a business. You are a business. Honestly, I am prioritizing money over being right. And I realize, like, I would rather be wrong and still make money. Why? Because, the name of the game is preserving capital and building capital, not fucking being married to one bias and you have to be right. Being, having that mindset will fuck you, because you have to be right so much, and then, you blow the account. So I would have rather taken the little profit that I would have been given. Here at, like, I would have been fucking, what, if it was in break even, it would have been like $200 if I didn't, if I just took profits once we saw the model 1. And yeah. So that was the trade. I'm probably forgetting a couple other things that I realized, but for the most part, yeah, that was the entire thing. And time had nothing to do with this, we trade candles, bro. I don't trade. I mean, we trade time and candles. I didn't really care that it was midnight or it was 11 or 10, like, because this was 9, this was 10, and yeah. So that was the trade. It is what it is. That's what we learned from it. And yeah, the account's blown. We have a new account and we're up $500 on the account. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. Gonna upload this now. And yeah.